The last of the old breed, the story of a 1968 Colt Trooper .357. There's a certain kind of quiet confidence a revolver can carry, not the swagger of a showpiece like the Python, nor the bare-knuckle grit of a duty gun that's lived too hard, but something in between, something steady, capable, and unfazed by the noise of the world around it. This 1968 Colt Trooper .357 was born in that space. Not meant to dazzle, but to endure. Not made to be flashy, but to be trusted. It came off the Hartford line in a year when America was changing fast. 1968, a year of turmoil, progress, and uncertainty. Yet in Colt's old brick factory, the pace was different. Inside, men with decades of experience still shaped steel with almost stubborn pride. Blued revolvers rolled down the line with the mirror-like depth that only Colt polishers could coax from steel. And the veteran fitters, men whose hands had learned the inward geometry of a revolver the way a pianist learns a keyboard, brought the V-spring action to life with the same touch they gave the Python. That's where this example begins its story, as one of the last guns built in Colt's classic hand-fit era. The officer who chose it. While we'll never know the name for certain, imagine the type of man who would have bought a Trooper in '68. Someone practical, someone who cared about performance more than prestige. Maybe a sheriff's deputy from a small northern town where winter roads were long and lonely. Maybe a state trooper who liked the feel of the 4-inch barrel, short enough to clear a holster fast, long enough to shoot straight under pressure. He would have picked this revolver up at a glass counter, spun the cylinder, felt that buttery Colt double action roll, and nodded to himself. A Python cost too much. A cheaper gun wasn't enough. A Trooper was just right. Colt built it to be the quiet professional of the revolver world, and men like him understood that immediately. The road not taken. But here's the twist in this example's journey. It didn't live a hard life. While many troopers rode for years on duty belts, this one survived with its original factory box, a clue that it spent more time tucked safely away than riding in a cruiser. Perhaps that officer was transferred before qualifying with it. Perhaps he retired early. Perhaps he bought it, admired it, and never had the heart to scuff it on a duty holster. Whatever the reason, the Trooper that was built to face the world never had to, and that's why it sits today in the kind of condition so many collectors dream of, but rarely find. The last of the old breed. By 1969, Colt replaced the hand-fit V-spring action with the more modern MKIII system, stronger, cheaper, coil spring-driven. Good guns, no doubt, but different. The soul of the old Colts was fading from the production line. This example was a final chapter, one of the last revolvers built in the same tradition as the Pythons, the officers' models, and the great target guns of Colt's mid-century glory era. That's part of why collectors quietly treasure these first-generation troopers. They aren't just nice revolvers. They're time capsules from the final days when every Colt bore the thumbprint of the craftsman who tuned it. Today, in a collector's hands. And now this example stands as a storyteller. A revolver that never had to prove itself the hard way, but still carries the dignity of those that did. The deep Colt blue still gleams. The action still whispers the signature old Colt tune when cycled. The box still cradles it as it did over 50 years ago. It is the classic working man's Python, yes, but also something more. A survivor from Colt's golden era, untouched by time, built with pride, and preserved by fate. In the grand symphony of Colt revolvers, this example is the understated note that gives the others meaning, the reminder of the craftsman, the era, and the quiet excellence that made Colt legendary.